your brain cannot tell the difference between something you vividly imagine and something you actually experience. So, what if I told you you've been practicing your future? You've just been rehearsing the wrong one. See, in this video, I'm going to show you from a neuroscience and psychology perspective why visualizing your future actually works, why most people do it wrong, I know I'm guilty of it, and how to program your identity so your reality has no other choice but to follow and match up. And I'm going to share an actual real example on how I did this to bring forth my current boyfriend, my current amazing, sexy lover, down to the nitty-gritty of even the car that I wanted him to drive. So, first and foremost though, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Leanne, and here, this is just a space that I talk about universal principles and share real life examples, how I utilize them to create a pretty beautiful life for myself, from my past and present, because we're always growing and learning and expanding. So I want us all to grow and learn together. But by the end of this video, you're gonna understand and realize you've been training your brain every single day, but just possibly not in your favor. Let's start with neuroscience and what neuroscience actually says. So your brain, it's constantly building neural pathways based off of repetition and emotion from the past. And this is called neuroplasticity. And the key is your brain strengthens whatever you repeatedly experience, whether it's real or imagined. I know. This is why athletes will mentally rehearse before performing. Michael Jordan shares this. He will actually see himself playing and scoring before he goes and plays. And studies even show that the brain activates the same neural circuits when you vividly imagine an action as when you physically do it. But the problem, let's drop the ball here. The problem with this is most people don't realize we are doing it all wrong. And how we're doing this wrong is by replaying old conversations, rehearsing the worst case scenarios, identifying with the past version of yourself. You're constantly running a mental movie. So it's based on the past, not our future of what we want. So how to change this? We're going to shift. And this is something that I like to call the slide. Because the slide concept is, it's instead of saying, I want this life, I want that career, I want that love, we're going to shift and slide into, this is already who I am. I'm going to give you an analogy. I want you to think of it like this. Your brain is a movie projector, right? And your reality is the screen. So, most people replay the same old film. So, of course, the same reality is just going to keep showing up. But the moment you create a new mental movie where you already are that version of you, you feel it, you experience it, you're normalizing it. You literally are rehearsing a new identity, a new reality for you. In psychology, this is called self-concept conditioning. Your brain doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what it believes is true about you. I say this all the time. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. So if your current identity says, I'm someone who struggles, I overthink, I have to chase after everything, your brain will keep selecting that reality. But when your identity shifts, imagine yourself sliding into home plate, slide into I'm secure, I'm abundant, your brain is going to start filtering reality differently. And this is why two people can do the same affirmations, the same actions, journaling, all the routines, and get completely different results. Because one is trying and the other is just being. See, it's like the secret is just to be. So this is how we're going to apply this. I want you to create a short mental scene. Your slide. Every time I think of sliding, I think of like sliding into home plate. Like, I don't know, kickball was my game, not so much baseball, but so imagine yourself just sliding, right? Of you already having that relationship. You already feeling confident and secure and sexy. You already being that CEO. And instead of watching it, I want you to slide into it. I want you to feel it as if it's normal. Not exciting, not far away, just you. Because you don't become the version after your life changes. Your life changes because you become the version first. I know for myself, when I was like, oh, okay, Leanne, you know how this universe works. Everything is a mirror. All of these men that show up are the same person, just a different face. So I knew that it was something inside of me that had a limiting belief of maybe I didn't really deserve love, unconditional love, a man that was going to show up for me unconditionally in every which way that I was attracted to and wanted. I had to do a lot of shadow work, and get comfortable feeling those feelings of having a man in my life that was going to adore me and love me unconditionally, regardless. So I went in and I did the shadow work and I cleaned up. And when I say shadow work, I'm not talking about like crying and really digging up these deep wounds. I'm talking about looking at your patterns that are doing nothing but hurting you and the people that you love that are around you. So turn in and reflect, because it's all a mirror. And when I turned in and I reflected and I was like, okay, and I loved myself. You can't just say these affirmations and expect it to show up in your reality. You have to believe to the core, down to the core of your heart, that you deserve this and this is who you are, and it's normal and it feels normal. It's not something far away. It's not exciting. It can be exciting, but not to where you're putting it up on a pedestal. It's just you. And you have to look at those feelings, and the feelings that come up when you do think about or projecting this movie on the screen. Are you feeling like it's unattainable or you don't deserve it? And then do some reflection on why you feel like you don't deserve it and heal those inner child wounds. I did the shadow work. I healed. I even created a little journal too that's it's up for sale on Amazon. And I'll never forget, I was driving, because I drive a lot for work, and I saw a Lamborghini Urus. And mind you, this was after I did the shadow work, and I knew what I wanted in my soulmate and my future partner. And I wrote down all these traits, these core values and morals, and what I wanted his routine to be like. I wanted him to get up early and be motivated and like to work out like me and walk with me and cook and clean and experience new things. So I wrote them all down, and then I became it. Not like become it like as in a man. Obviously, I'm not going to become a man, but I became the best version of me and what I wanted him to be. Because we don't get what we want, we get what we are. So I cleaned house, and I matched up to that desired partner that I wanted. But I also was like, I'm not materialistic, so don't take this the wrong way. I'm clearly not. Like, most of my clothes are from Target. I don't care. I mean, and if people are, then that's great for them. We're all different. I mean, I still like nice things, don't get me wrong, and nice clothing, but I'm not materialistic. I'm very easygoing, but I love cars. Like, as a woman, It may be a little weird. I don't know. I don't know, but I just love cars. And my favorite vehicle is the Lamborghini Urus because I just think it is the sexiest SUV in the world. And I've seen maybe like 5 my entire life, but it's something that just catches my eye when it drives by. And I remember all my friends saying, just lease one, just go lease one for a weekend or something, or rent one. And I was like, no, my boyfriend's gonna have one. And that day, after I did the shadow work and the internal work, I saw a green, like a dark hunter green one. And that is when I shifted. I slid. I was like playing kickball at the home base. Just kidding. But my identity, I remember I changed my posture and I felt the feelings as if it was comfortable and normal for me, not the car. That was just a symbol. The universe, I believe, gives us little cues and hints, right? So it was a little sign, and I changed my posture, and I felt the feelings as if Leanne had that man in her life that loved her unconditionally and was going to be there for her regardless, no matter what, every which way. And I had nothing to worry about. I felt safe. I felt secure. I was happy. I was loved. I had it. It was me. It was my identity. It was comfortable. And I got my nervous system comfortable feeling that, being that. I shit you not. This was a Thursday. Mind you, I stayed there. And I really got myself comfortable with it. This was a Thursday. On a Friday, I got asked to go to lunch from some other gentleman that I really wasn't that interested in. I said no because I was not giving this universe any wobble. I knew what was me. I knew what was coming. I was grateful for it. I went out the next evening with a friend for dinner. And it's a crazy story, but I met this gentleman and we really hit it off. Like, never hit it off with someone like this in my entire life. And I know this is crazy and a lot of people won't believe me, but I mean, I could prove it. He asked me for a ride to his vehicle because I think, and the valet was closed and it was like in a far parking lot. I pulled up to that parking lot and his Lamborghini Urus was there. I about died. And I gotta be honest with you, most of the time I forget that we're even in it. And it wasn't about the car. It was about me, the universe giving me that hint and me making that shift, that slide into the Leanne, just being with that man that loved her unconditionally. And I gotta tell you this, I've never felt so loved in my entire life. And I'm not easy to love because my nervous system, I'm not, but this is the most patient, loving, incredible man. And so my message to you and what I'm saying is there's nothing in this world that you cannot do, be, or have. Whatever you want, you got it. I want you to shift and slide and just be. Get comfortable playing that scene, that movie in your head every day. And as much and as often and frequent as possible. Because the more that you do and more that you play this scene out in your head and you get comfortable and it's normal for you, you're training your nervous system, because our nervous systems love repetition, that this is me, this is my identity. And your universe, your reality, has no other way around it but to match up to it. I love that Einstein quote. Everything is energy. Everything is a frequency. Whatever you want, match up to that frequency, and the universe has no other way around it but to match it, line up to it. So I want you to try this today. I want you to shift and slide into your new identity. Take on that posture. Take on the feelings. You're confident. You're sexy. You're dynamite. You're a boss. You're loved. You are unstoppable. This is your year. So, shift, slide. If this video resonated with you and helped in any way, I want you to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. because your support to my channel truly means the world to me. I do this. It's not my full-time job, but I do this because I wish somebody told me these things a long time ago. Life would have been a lot easier. I mean, I'm an older woman, and I wish someone told me this a long time ago. These universal principles and how to utilize them to bring forth what you want. Because there's nothing that we cannot do, be, or have. So I love when people, I went on a tangent, so I love when people comment and leave me messages on when these videos do resonate with you and how it's impacted. And I love to hear their success stories as well. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and leave me a comment below, slide, and let's get you into that new identity and reality because you deserve it. And with that, until the next video, much peace and love. Hope you have a beautiful day. It's pouring rain here, so, but in Florida, when we have like rain days, it's kind of nice. It's like a snow day. So it's nice to like kind of stay in. But all right, next video.